Good morning, Thomas.
Glad to see you, Peter.
So, I received from you yesterday a report delivered to my office after office hours about the condition of the water at the baths.
Yes. Have you read it?
I have.
And what do you think about it?
Was it really necessary to make all those investigations behind my back?
Yes. Because until I was absolutely certain
So
about
that's
it.
to say you're now absolutely certain.
Surely you're convinced of that.
Do you intend to bring this report to the Baths Committee as a sort of official communication?
Certainly. Something must be done, and quickly.
As usual, you use extreme language in your report. You say, among other things, that what we are offering the visitors at the baths is a permanent supply of poison.
Yes, but that is what it is, Peter. Just think. Water that is poisonous whether you drink it or bathe in it. And this we offer to the poor sick folk who come to us trustfully and pay us at an exorbitant rate to be made well again.
And your reasoning leads you to this conclusion, that we must build a sewer to draw off the alleged impurities from Mollendal, and we must relay the water conduits.
Yes. Do you see any other way out? Because I do not.
I went to the town engineer this morning and paid him a visit. And I broached the subject of these suggestions, as if only half jokingly, as something that we might have to consider at some time later on.
Some time later on.
He smiled, naturally, at what he considered to be my extravagance. Have you taken the trouble to consider what your proposed alterations would cost? According to the information I obtained, it could lead up to 500,000 euros.
Would it cost so much?
And the worst part is, it would take at least 2 years to build.
2 years. 2 whole years.
At least. And what are we supposed to do with the baths in the meantime? Close them? Well, indeed. We would have to. And do you suppose that anybody would come near the place after it had gotten around that the water was dangerous?
Yes, but that is what it is, Peter.
And all of this, right at this juncture, just when the baths are beginning to become well known. And there are plenty of other towns in the surrounding area that can attract visitors. Don't you think that they would strain every nerve possible to divert the entire stream of tourists to themselves? Of course they would. And where would that leave us? Well, we'd have to close the baths down, which has cost us a lot of money, and you will have ruined your native town.
I would have ruined.
It is solely and simply through the baths that this town has before it any future at all worth mentioning. You know that as well as I do.
So what do you think we should do then?
I don't believe that the condition of the water at the baths is nearly as bad as you make it out to be.
I tell you, it is even worse, especially in summer when it gets hot.
As I said, I believe you exaggerate the matter considerably. A capable physician ought to know what measures to take. He should be able to prevent bad influences, or at least remedy them if they become obviously persistent.
So, what are you trying to say here?
The water supply at the baths is now an established fact, and in consequence must be treated as such. However, the Baths Committee, at its discretion, probably will not be disinclined to consider the question in the future of what improvements it might be possible to make consistent with a reasonable expenditure.
And do you suppose I will have anything to do with such a scam?
Scam?
Yes, it would be a scam, a fraud, a lie, a downright crime towards the public, towards the whole community.
I'm not convinced that there is any imminent danger.
You are. I know I've represented the facts absolutely truthfully and fairly, and you know it very well, Peter. Only you won't acknowledge it. It was owing to your actions that both the baths and the water conduits were built where they are. But that is what you won't admit. That dumb mistake of yours. Do you suppose I don't know what you're up to?
Even if that were true, if maybe I guard my professional reputation a little cautiously, it is only for the town's good. Without moral authority, I am powerless to direct public affairs as seems to me to be best for the common good. And for that reason, and for various other reasons as well, it is imperative that this report not be delivered to the Baths Committee. You must withhold it in the interest of the town good. Then, later on, privately, we will discuss it and see what improvements might be possible to be made. But nothing of this unfortunate affair, not a single word, must reach the ears of the public.
I'm afraid you will not be able to prevent it now, my dear Peter.
I am preventing it, and I will prevent it.